Hey everybody, what's up? It's a Tuesday episode, and I'm just chatting with my good friend Meatball about clunky days and hard, frustrating times and canceling gigs and taking what we do too seriously. It's a fun, good episode, but we do have some real chat.
Really? What are we talking about?
You forgot. You've completely zoned out.
Girl, we talked about me canceling gigs again.
Yeah, I said
but it's not me. It's not me. It's not my fault ever.
Uh-huh. What
we
else?
Talk about stress. We talk about cruising. We talk about cruise juice, which is the first time I've ever heard of that.
Cruise juice. Yeah, and we get some juicy voicemails too. This is a great episode. We're good at this fucking job.
We're
good at podcasting.
We're so good at it. We kill it every time. I just saw that some guy has come out with a cruising kit. Like you can purchase it and it's like,
girl, the Renaissance is here.
I think the fags are taking over.
Boochie cat.
Chubbos.
Goodbye.
Forever. Dog.
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with us. Sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180.
What?
213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspot@gmail.com. Now, on with the show. Hi, you sloppy, you stupid little fucks, you nasty little fucks, you dirty little fucks, you stupid little fucks. Welcome to Sloppy Second Big Dipper. Well, that's me, I'm Big Dipper.
Can I ask you a singing question?
Mix.
What'd you say?
Mix.
Mix.
It's not a belt. It's not a chest. It's a mix. It's a healthy mix.
It's a healthy mix.
My voice teacher told me that she doesn't really want me fully belting because then one, you'll all be jealous, and two, it's not great for my voice.
No, my question was, okay, are you familiar with the musical The Sound of Music?
Yeah.
Okay. The Sound of... Well,
I've seen it.
Well,
I saw the movie. I saw a touring cast perform it in Japanese once.
Work.
Anyway, continue.
In The Sound of Music,
maybe that was just Shun Yin.
They sing "Do a deer, a female deer, Ray a drop of golden sun." But the scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Well, that was flat and off and wrong and
Isn't
sorry.
It da?
Sorry?
Doesn't it end with da? Do.
Sing.
Re,
Sing it.
Mi, fa, sol. No, it's do. It ends in do. You're right.
Yeah, because it's cyclical, because it's octaves.
Because you got to start.
Up. Yeah.
Because then you're moving up.
Start
no,
back.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
it actually ends with die.
Betty, my favorite drag queen.
My question is, that scale has existed forever, and then they smartly took that and turned it into the big song in The Sound of Music? Or did we used to just sing notes previously like la 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 la, and they invented that in The Sound of Music? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
I don't know. Why are you setting us up for a bunch of people to get mad at us? Like asking a dumb question that we don't know the answer. Then we're going to say something and then they're going to be like, no, you dumb. You're dumb.
What was the reason?
5 stars? Dumb. What was the reason?
The reason is I've been working with Jada and Heidi on their new show, and the whole conceit of their show is like ask the questions you don't know and like sort of like learn about things. And it's empowering me to not try to like cover the fact that I don't know things. And also, this is what we did before Google. We would like theorize about how things were real, and then we would go to our Encyclopedia Britannica and we would look up scales, singing scales. So I'm just trying to have a nostalgic moment and live in this moment with you. Thoughts? Oh, you're just looking it up.
Yeah, it was do re mi fa sol la ti do came first. It was the egg or the chicken. Which came first?
It was the OG.
It was the original.
Shout out to everybody in New York who's already bought tickets for our New York live show.
Oh, yeah, we announced the New York live show. I'm so excited. We're gonna be
Marty
at
from the
Q.
venue.
We're basically performing on Broadway. We could say this
Just
is
a
our
hop,
big
skip, and a jump
Broadway.
from the Broadway. What do they call it?
It
The
truly is
Great
a hop, skip, and a
White
jump because I
Way?
do remember when I drunkenly blackout stumbled from Sony Hall for the UGG event. I walked
Ugh.
to the queue. And my
Cool.
good friend already bought a VIP table.
Honey, I think there's only 3 left.
3 VIP table? Wait, we're not sold out, but are we sold?
There are tickets sold. It's not like 3 people bought tickets. People bought tickets.
Oh, wow.
Baby. And we haven't even announced our special guest, which we can't announce yet because of booking stuff. So we can only announce
Yeah, that's my favorite thing. Booking issues.
booking issues.
We'll get into it
shall
later.
we do it? Do you want
We'll
to get
get
into it
right
now?
on into it. Well, no, why don't we start with what is your first thing on your list?
I've had such a clunky day.
Well, here's your problem. You have to drive 45 minutes for an appointment. That's going to ruin your day. That's 4 hours of your day that are gone.
And, have Taylor Swift sing about it. Welcome to LA. Welcome to LA. You'll be waiting for your appointment.
For your appointment, for traffic.
No, it was a clunky day. My last 2 interactions with lizards have not gone well. And I
Nor
know
has mine. You first.
Okay. There was a lizard at the new Forever Dog Studios, and I was tasked along with Brett to kindly remove it from the building.
Love Brett.
We brought a broom around and we just sort of like intimidated it with the broom towards the door.
That ain't gonna work.
And it worked. We didn't have to touch it or anything. Now, this lizard crawled like the lizard in Monsters, Inc., where it's slithering like a snake and crawling with legs. So maybe it's like a salamander or something like this. And it has a tail that is longer than the rest of its body. It's like the body is 6 inches and then the tail is like 9 inches. And you're like, well, that's not a big lizard. But then you're like, no, baby, that's a big lizard. Because once the tail gets going, it gives you literally the heebie-jeebies to watch a snake or a lizard go like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we got it close to the door. She turned around, looked at that broom, and then opened her mouth and just bit at it. And then I was like, okay, work. And so I lifted the broom up and we sort of like carried her outside.
Yeah.
And once she got outside, I had to like set her down, but she wouldn't let go of the broom. So I sort of like shook it a little bit. And she fucking broke her tail off.
Tail came off.
And then the tail was going, yeah, all over the sidewalk like a chicken with its head cut off. Mm-hmm. And it was this, because the lizard, was absolutely still in the grass. And her tail was going apeshit, completely separated from her body for easily 3 or 4 solid minutes. We watched the tail just flail. It was, and the thing is, she's so small, the lizard.
Yeah.
So is the tail coming off a defense mechanism in case I had her by the tail, then she could escape?
I think the theory is that, well, I don't know. We're going to get yelled at for this. The theory is it's like, I was always told that they lose their tail as a defense mechanism because while it's flipping and flailing, they'll run away and hide, and the predator will go after the tail.
Well, she didn't run at all.
If they're picked up by the tail, they release it and they can run away. Now, my lizard story.
Well, yes, do tell.
Is I give Deb, the older cat, outdoor time. Like I open up the back door and I'll just like do stuff in the kitchen and she just hangs out in the backyard. Like she doesn't do anything. She's never run away. But one time I was watching her and it was the summer and I kind of forgot that like LA is just covered in lizards and they live in the grass and they like to be around. And she chased one like very like further than we allow her to go. She kind of has an area and she knows to stick to it, otherwise she gets screamed at. She caught the lizard and I was clapping and screaming at her, which I think scared her. I was treating her like a Target employee, just clapping and yelling, and she ran inside with the lizard.
Oh, the lizard and I.
Released it in the house and proceeded to chase it around and was like having the time of her life, knocking shit over and being absolutely insane. And it lost its tail. And then she eventually, like, after she killed it, we had to like pull it away from her and throw it outside dead. And I told you, we had a mouse once and she did the same thing.
Girl,
she,
they love to
fucking
be like
murdered it, but it was a game to her.
They love to be like, Diva, look what I brought you. This dead lizard, honey.
No,
Congratulate
bringing
me.
it to us.
Bring me the
for
fancy
her.
fees.
It was wild.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't like them.
So
now
then
I'm like worried.
Well, this morning I went out to go get into my car and I opened my garage door and this lizard, the exact same type of lizard as the one from The Office, like scurries away into the shadows. And I'm like, oh, girl, well, I guess there's lizards. At least I don't care if it's in the garage. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care at all. So I get in my car and I'm backing up and I hear a pop. And I pull all the way out and I look and I have fucking just like completely run over the lizard and it popped open. Like the pressure, because I was driving slow. So like it popped like a balloon.
That's disgusting.
I was like, oh man.
I don't know what to do.
So
with
is
that.
it
That's
bad
fucking
luck
disgusting.
to like kill a lizard? I just assume
I'm sure taking some life form off this planet is not good karmically.
I'm sure, like I assumed when she scurried away from the door that like she went to the shadows, but the shadows she went to was directly.
Are you still in that Prius? Is it quiet? Are you like Jamie Lynn Spears killing all her cats with her Tesla? She killed multiple cats.
Really?
And then blamed Tesla. She said, your cars are too quiet. I keep killing my cats. Thoughts?
I want to throw my thoughts back to you about Elon Musk buying Twitter.
I don't know how to feel. You know, I really stay out of it because I don't like that guy. I just get bad vibes. I've never met him. But like,
I've never met him, but
there's just something about him that I don't love. And then every story I read or hear about him is like not great. Him buying Twitter, I don't know. Billionaires be billionairing. Like, it just seems like a progressive, like, the move for him would be to take over one of the largest social media platforms so that he can do whatever he wants with it.
But
so
my flip side is like, so is it, like, what about right now that Jack Dorsey owns it? But I guess it's not, because it grew from where it is, it's like there's like stakeholders and a board and a this and a that, and now he's just going to be
like one guy,
the owner.
Yeah, I'm sure like everyone's going to keep their job. He's just going to take over the
profits
thing and then start doing whatever he wants.
You know,
let's get into Netflix. They're doing commercials. I'm just kidding. I don't really care.
Jesus Christ. All right, let's take a break.
Let's talk. Oh, okay.
Okay, something about me. I love shopping. If you love shopping too, you have to check out Rakuten.
And all you have to do is shop, 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 shop. And with Rakuten, you get cash back and rewards on almost everything you buy.
Exactly.
Shop.
Homeware, daily essentials, jeans. We're talking eBay, CVS, and even Levi's.
Ooh, so I can buy a vintage couch, tons of paper towels, and grab a new pair of jeans and still get cash back.
And that's not all. You can even stack those rewards on top of sales and coupons.
But Big Dipper, how does this magic work?
Well, I'll tell you. Rakuten is paid by partner stores to send them shoppers, and then Rakuten passes on some of that money to you, the member.
Rakuten is so real for that.
Plus, Rakuten has 17 million members who are already saving. Don't you want to become one of them?
Join for free at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app and start saving money now.
That's Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app today. We all have days when we want to eat well, but just don't have the time or the energy to plan, shop, and cook.
That's exactly where Factor comes in. They deliver fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs right to your door.
With Factor, you can stay on track with your nutrition goals, whether that's high protein, balanced meals, or overall wellness, without any extra effort.
The meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready in just 2 minutes, which makes it easy to fit into your routine.
You know, I love coming home after a long day and having a tasty and filling Factor meal. It's waiting for me, and I don't have to worry about shopping. It's quick and easy, and one less thing I need to think about when I get home.
You know, I'm feral for fish right now, and I always get my fix with Factor. I recently had their scampi-styled shrimp and salmon, and let me tell you, it did not disappoint.
So get Factor today and start enjoying delicious and nutritious meals.
Head to factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50 off and use code sloppyseconds50 off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only, while supplies last until September 27th, 26. See website for more details.
That's factormeals.com/sloppyseconds50, like the number, off. Sloppy seconds 50 off. Do you want to improve your sleep? Well, listen up and get a Helix.
Whether you sleep on your side, your back, your stomach, Helix makes premium mattresses that are designed to fit your specific sleep style.
You know, now that it's spring, why not upgrade your sleep game and get a Helix mattress?
And you know what?
What?
I can guarantee you that they have a mattress for you with over 20 different styles and models for you to sleep on. I love sleep. I can't get enough of it.
And I love my Helix mattress. So ever since I got the big and tall, I know we go on and on about it, but it's a perfect fit for me. I haven't had a mattress before that I was able to select a model from, and I'm so happy I got to do that with Helix.
And I too have the big and tall model, and it's perfect for my big and tall body. I loved it so much, I got a second one from a guest room.
True.
Yes, baby. And the people are sleeping great in there when they eventually do sleep in there.
Best of all, Helix delivers right to your door with free shipping in the US, and you can get a 120-night sleep trial to make sure that it's right for you.
You also get peace of mind because Helix mattresses are backed by a limited lifetime warranty and have been recognized by experts at places like Forbes and Wired. And me. I am a sleep expert too.
Period. Go to helixsleep.com/sloppy to get up to 27% off site-wide during their Memorial Day sale.
That's helixsleep.com/sloppy, and make sure you enter sloppy seconds after checkout so that they know that we sent you.
helixsleep.com/sloppy.
Get yourself a Helix. And
We're back.
And I'd like to talk about your birthday party at Hot Dog.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I want to talk about that, but I just want to say, and then the clunky day continued.
Oh, sorry.
Well, no, it's I mean,
Becky.
it's just
No.
But you know those kind of days. So then I was driving along and I had to go to my appointment, and the appointment was checkup, STD checkup, because as I famously said on the podcast that I had gonorrhea a few weeks ago, and so they're like, come back in a month and we'll check you out yet again just to make sure. They couldn't find the vein, so they stabbed me many, many times in my arm.
No.
You're
too hydrated.
Then they were like, have you had any water? And I'm like, I literally just finished my second huge water bottle before I walked in here because I knew I had to give you another piss test.
Oh, I thought when you're super hydrated, it's harder to find a vein. When you're dehydrated.
No, well, they were like, have you had water? We want you to be drinking water. I was like, okay.
Oh.
Then I drove to the grocery store. The
Oh,
Whole
God.
Foods is right there in West Hollywood. And I was like,
Oh,
I'm going to get
God.
lunch really quickly before my other appointment.
No.
And I don't know why I never do this, but I got soup.
Because it was a windy day today.
Yes,
It didn't
and I
feel
was like,
hot.
I'll have a little bit of soup. So I got the soup and I like set the soup down like in the center console for a moment, and then I moved my hand and it like hit the spoon and it splattered soup all over because I had already put the spoon in. So then I spilled soup all over the inside of my car. And then as I was driving to the next appointment, I looked at the windshield and there was a 2-foot crack in the middle of the windshield of my car that I had recalled on the drive in the beginning of the day. I had heard like a rock hit the car, but it didn't
And it
register.
just slowly started spreading.
So now I have this big crack in the middle of my car. It's been a clunky day.
I'm so sorry. What a experience.
When those things happen to me, I don't know if you feel this. I feel like you get angry and then go home and just try to get high and forget about it. Maybe.
I mean, yeah. I'm not going to deny that.
I tried to take it as a sign. Like, I start to be like filled with rage. And then I go, you know what? Maybe this is just a moment to be like, be a little more intentional, move a little more carefully. Like, the soup spilled, the car got cracked, like, just, like, none of these things were like a fuck up. They were all just like little accidents, and they compound, and then you go like, I'm spiraling. But actually, it's just like a reminder that like life is full of weird, clunky things, and you just gotta like be okay when bad things or inconvenient things happen.
Absolutely. But good things that happened. You had a fun birthday. It was at El Cid. It was during
God.
Mario Diaz's hot dog.
Hot dog.
It was so packed. I got fat shamed.
I heard about this. Can you tell this story? I'm like, it sounds
I
awful.
literally almost punched somebody. If Michael and Kane were not like following behind me, I may have physically harmed somebody. I don't know where the rage came from. Because here's one thing about me. Here's one thing I know about me. I am a fat person. I know that. I have a great sense of humor about my size, about my weight, about my appearance. Like, I take jokes. If I look like shit and people tell me I look like shit, I'm pretty okay with it.
Right.
I'll let anything slide. But it was Elson.
Can I paint the picture?
You talk, because I'm already getting flustered.
You're getting warm. You're getting warm. Get that fan going, honey. El Cid is this beautiful venue in LA. It looks like a restaurant. And maybe at one point it was, but it primarily functions as a bar. And there's a beautiful outdoor patio. There's an inside as well. And on Sundays for hot dog, beginning around 7:00, this motherfucker is packed.
No, but we
packed
got
to the
it was like
gills.
around 7. Yeah. Because I used to work that event from like 4 to 8. And by 8:00, mama, you can't.
And the deal is, the capacity, they're never over capacity because everyone is on the patio, and inside is not as packed, but everyone just wants to be out on the patio. So the patio is like wall to wall people. Like, you can't walk. You have to sort of squeeze and tap people on the shoulder.
You do a lot of squeezing,
and
tapping,
say
excuse me.
So there you have it.
There are like paths though. Like, I had worked that event, and I know like you don't stop on a staircase. Really, you don't stop at the bottom of a staircase. You definitely don't stop anywhere there's a door, right? I'm just trying to come up with ideas of where maybe we can fucking stand in large groups.
So what happened?
So your show is about to begin. I do grab one of those slices of Little Caesars pizza.
Oh yeah,
that you
I brought
provided
10
for the gang.
pizzas, and of course I brought them at 4:00. So by the time anyone wanted to eat them, it was completely
They had
cold.
congealed, but it was also hot out, so they were still warm. And I will tell you, I had the worst like stomach issues the next day. And I don't know if it was that or the Thai food I had, but I'm going to blame it on the old pizza. So I'm walking
Don't, because I ate the old pizza and I was fine.
Okay. Well, I was walking through the crowd and I was trying to get to the stage. And in order to get to the stage, you have to walk by a staircase and then through a doorway. So there's 2 points where if there was a fire, they should maybe be a little bit clear. Or people should know, hey, I'm standing in a space where maybe people are going to come by.
Right.
So I tap on this person's shoulder and I said, excuse me, can I get by you? And he was like, and he didn't move. And I was like, sorry, you're literally standing in a through point. You're in the way of traffic. Can you move so we can get by? And he looked at me, he turned around and he was like, well, maybe if you'd stop eating pizza, you could fit through. And I looked at him and I went, so you're going to stand in the way, but then give me a fat joke? Like, that's the best you can come up with? You're the problem. And he was like, whatever. And then like kept walking by. So then later, and I almost, in that moment, I was holding the piece of pizza and my initial reaction, because it was right next to his face, was to shove it in his face. But I didn't. Because I was a nice lady. So then later, we continue to walk in and I go to the bathroom. And then when we're walking back to where the stage is, him and his friends were in the way again. And I said, listen, this time I stopped eating pizza and you're still in the way. Can you move? And his friend was like, oh, and he was like, well, I didn't mean that you should stop eating pizza now. I mean that you're fucking fat. And I like looked at him and I was like, again with the fat jokes. Like, it's 2022. We're above that. And he just kind of rolled his eyes and walked away. And I was just like, where am I? We're in a queer space. It's 2022. Am I fat? Absolutely. Are you still standing in the way? Yes. Am I wrong for being mad that he called me fat and like not in a joking way? It wasn't even like intelligent. It wasn't a funny thing. It wasn't like a, sorry, I'll move out of the way. I know him in the way. It was like, it's your fault that you're here and it's your problem.
Girl. Who was
And I
it?
wasn't even trying to be rude. I was just like,
that is
common
so
sense. Well, also, my issue is, why in queer spaces is this still a thing?
Well,
It was literally, and you know what? And no offense to Mario, he draws such an incredible and eclectic crowd.
Right. Well, this is what I was going to say.
But there's no fat people there. It's all skinny porn stars that well, let's not say porn stars. It's all skinny OnlyFans stars who have turned to fashion design because that's the next step.
What I was going to say is that party has a baseline of really lovely, fun, authentic, interesting, cool people. And they all post about it and they all go to it. And so I saw a crowd of them walk in and I was like, oh, this is what this is. This is my theory, is there is a group of people who see what they consider like cool alternative East Side and downtown people going to this party, and they're like WeHo mentality gays who cosplay as like East Side and like more alternative, and they do their little fashion parade and they come to that party. And you can tell because they're like looking around like, oh no, I guess they really do have like a vintage clothing store in the back. That's weird. And it's like, no, it's not. It's inventive and cool. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was, and it was very that crowd. It was very like they were drunk on a Sunday and it was the middle of the day. And I get it, but it's also just like, I feel like he could have done a better fat joke.
Well, yeah, that's of course. Should we workshop one?
I mean, okay, so you're him, and I'm coming up behind you. And mind you, you are standing in the intersection of a stairway and a doorway.
Okay,
got it. Tap, tap, tap. Excuse me, I'm trying to, do you mind if I just squeeze by? I have a couple, we're trying to see the show.
Oh, is there another buffet inside?
See now? Okay. And I would have been like, absolutely, mama, I need to get my egg rolls.
Okay, well, let me suck in because I got to make a lot of room for you to get by, Diva. You better eat that pizza. It could have been a sassy and yet cunty exchange, but it was just
that thing,
bad.
And I don't want to run generalizations, but I've hung around enough gay people. Am I going to do this? I've hung around a lot of gay people, and I've figured out like what I categorize people, and like that.
Bears, wolves.
No,
No, I'm just kidding.
but like no, because you can
Bulldogs.
be a bear and be a WeHo fag, kinda. I guess it wouldn't
No,
work
they
out in WeHo,
exist.
but oh yeah, we know one. But he was in that group of people that is like, in my mind, it's like WeHo gay,
Yes.
not super like just like a blank Barbie Ken face. Like it's not like you're not attractive, you're not hot, you're just a person. And
is it okay? Keep going.
I don't need to do this. Never mind. But it's just like he's one of those people that I know is like always just going to events, but like never making a splash. Like he's no one's top of the list, but he's not on the bottom. He's just like always around, and you're like, is he funny? I don't know. Does he have a sense of humor? No, he just kind of like is there. And that was the vibe I got from him. So it's just like, oh, you're mean because you don't have anything to offer.
Well,
Not like me.
honey,
Who
you got it.
I got a lot to offer. I have a bad attitude. I love canceling things, apparently. I'm always late.
You have a double portion of something to offer, honey. This is double XL personality over here.
I don't know.
It's like
I
what they
say that. That's like so stupid. And I feel like every group has one of those people that's just like, why are you a bitch? Why are we friends with you? And like he gave me that vibe.
Yeah, it's interesting because I also, I feel how I feel, like what I said about cosplaying as like cool and interesting people, so I'm not trying to be like rude. And Mario is one of the most positive, like outgoing, inclusive, exciting, like fun people to be around, and he really strives to like make a space like that. And so I think what we're running into are people whose ideals don't line up with that, who see that and say, I want to go to that space, but then they can't shake their sort of cunty behavior that they've learned everywhere else. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because the party
also,
is so lovely, and the majority of the people
great.
are
And
so
I was
lovely.
having a wonderful time. I was walking around. I went and looked at the vintage shop, almost bought like 3 or 4 things. I love how inclusive the sizes at the vintage shop are. There was a literal
Ben does a great
vintage
job.
leather jacket covered in leather fringe that fit me. And I almost bought it, but I have a very similar jacket.
Yeah.
I have one. So it was just like everything about that party is so welcoming and like about having a good time and being
about dicks,
sexy
too.
and horny and visiting that bathroom.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't like. I guess I have just. I only put myself in situations where I'll be appreciated as a person.
It's also you and I oftentimes we put ourselves in spaces that we are on the poster, that we are throwing the party, or we know the door person, or we are whatever. And like, that's not my turf, that party. You're appearing on a lot of posters.
I do. I just keep showing up on posters everywhere. There is a poster that went out for an event called Pride Party. The website is prideparty.com. It's in Columbus, Ohio. It's being run by a very, very nice man. I am on the poster, and he does throw a lot of events there. I maybe accidentally made it seem like it was a scam. It is not a scam, it is a real event happening in Columbus, and I must suggest that you buy a ticket and go before they sell out.
Because the lineup is stunning and
Joey
amazing.
J, I believe. Orion Story.
I'm trying to go to the website.
Prideparty.com.
Oh, here it is.
What is it?
It was just my internet was being slow.
Oh, okay, because it is prideparty.com.
Yes. Okay. Virginia West, Columbus hometown favorite.
Yes.
Drag queen from Queen of the Universe.
Yes.
June Jambalaya, Joey J, Olivia Lux, Orion Story, Axel Andrews, and DJ Sindel. Now, unfortunately,
the confusion came when they accidentally used a picture of Nicole Byer and Trixie Mattel's makeup. And put that on the poster.
Now, this
is
has
not
happened.
the first time this has happened. It did happen once before.
This has happened before.
But because of how everything happened, I responded poorly, I would say.
Well, I mean, there was just a lot of confusion about the existence of this gig on your calendar to begin with.
It did not exist on my calendar.
And that was
Because
just an
there was-
administrative
It was,
confusion.
that was not, yes. So,
And so
I
then to
unfortunately will not
see-
be at that event.
Right.
I
And then
will
to
be in
see-
Chicago on June 18th, not in Columbus, Ohio. But I suggest that you still go to that event, get a ticket. It's going to be a wonderful time. It's a great lineup. And everything that he was explaining to me, it's going to be really fun. I will not be there because, again, I am continuing my reign as the queen of cancellation. And they used that picture.
So is he gonna? I mean, no shade. The event looks amazing, but is he gonna take you off the website?
Yes, he will take me off. Did have a fun chat with him. Yeah, I
were
did
like,
message.
I think
I
there's
emailed
been
that.
a-
I emailed the party, the event, and was like, sorry, you need to stop false advertising that I'm going to be there. Is this event a scam? Like, I don't know what's going on. And then I got a text from him being like,
It's like, hey babe, we used
Hey,
to talk. We were confirming the gig, and
and da-da-da, and I was like, oh, we never signed a. Unfortunately, there was no contract. There was a confusion over that. We're not going to get into it.
yeah, we don't need to get into it. It just goes to show, baby, due diligence.
You gotta get me to sign a contract, otherwise a verbal
People
or a
will
text.
be like, sorry, I
Sorry.
have plans to trip mushrooms. That or how do you say it?
Trip on mushrooms? I don't know. I don't
Do
mushrooms.
do balls.
Do
Do mushroom balls in
Honestly,
the desert.
I would do mushrooms this weekend. Speaking
talk
of
to me
gigs
about
being
this.
canceled, I was supposed to have a gig tonight that got canceled. Continuing my reign
Oh yeah,
as the queen of cancellations.
and that is just you know.
It's a tech issue over
Let
at
me
Heart.
just tell you this. I used to never believe that shit before I started actually like working with queens and working like when it was always like, oh, due to circumstances that are out of my control, I won't be coming to Madison, Wisconsin for this gig this weekend. I was like, bitch, you just canceled. Like I
You
would
just don't
always
want to.
think that.
You just don't want to. And now that I am the queen of cancellation, I understand completely. that
Meanwhile,
sometimes you have no control over what happens.
the entire nightclub is like, hey guys, we're not running the nightclub tonight because we have no tech.
And you know, this is the first time in a long time that I spent a long time putting together a new mix for tonight.
Well, now you have one for the future.
I do have one, and I have Netflix as a joke on Sunday, so maybe I'll do it there. It's not, they asked me to do a comedy number, and I was like, I don't really do,
She wigged and gigged, honey.
I'm not really funny.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Let's talk about
take
gigs. Let's take a break, and then we'll talk about how I am your Taco Bell queen, you faggots.
Yes. Okay, we are back, and what is your Taco Bell order? Maybe we've talked. Have we said this?
Cheesy
before?
Gordita Crunch
Oh, so good.
and Crunchwrap Supreme, both of them with chicken, not beef.
I've never gotten a Crunchwrap Supreme with chicken.
It's good. I mean, they're not made to have chicken. They're made for like a saucy meat, like the
Right.
beef.
That's the point.
So the chicken just kind of falls out.
I
Ooh, but now my mouth is watering.
Me too.
Maybe I'll
Nacho-
use my new lifetime Taco Bell card.
what?
I'm just kidding. That didn't happen. But
Meatball.
should.
Fuck you. I got so excited. I was like, I
if
know
it
what
did,
we're
I would
doing.
literally be at the Taco Bell every single day. I'd
I'm
go
like-
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They'd know my
Okay.
fucking name.
So something you and Pinche talked about on this Friday's episode was breakfast at Taco Bell, which I have yet to have.
Bitch, get it. They're delicious. It's a
Okay.
Crunchwrap Supreme with eggs and bacon inside.
Ooh, that sounds good. I am such a fan of the nacho fries. I understand that Taco Bell, you're not like French fries, but like the nacho fries and the cheese sauce is really, really good. No matter what I order, I always order a side of the nacho cheese and a little side of jalapenos so I can add those to any of the tacos, any of the I like the chalupa.
Well, that's why I like the Crunchwrap Supreme. No, the cheesy gordita crunch because it's a chalupa around a taco.
Yeah, that's true.
So you
The
get,
crunch is nice.
and you get the cheese. So it's
do you like
soft
those
and
Cinnabon
crunchy.
delights they do?
Don't do sweets. But my mouth is
Watery.
watery.
Okay, but tell us why we're talking about Taco Bell. You're the Taco Bell gal.
Well, me, Pissy Miles, and another queen.
Fuck, you're awful.
No, you know what's crazy is that I know her. She does Quesadilla. She's the one who does the Tupperware.
Oh.
Right? That's her name.
In
Quesadilla. In LA.
Because there's a
Quesadilla.
Brooklyn queen named Queso.
And there's also one in San Francisco, I believe.
Oh. Well, yeah, there's Carne Asada who lives in San Francisco. Carne
Asada. I love her too. She's very fun. Sober. Did you know that? When did everyone get sober?
When did everyone start caring?
So
being sober?
yes, Taco Bell is doing brunches. I think we talked about it a little bit one week with one guest where I talked about the artists or whatever. David Alion, should have learned his name. And Pissy Miles hit me up and they said that Taco Bell is doing a brunch and they need models for the announcements and for the show. So would you like to be one? And I said, abso-fucking-lutely. And I went to Taco Bell headquarters and we had a wonderful photo shoot. And the brunches are coming to all of the Taco Bell Cantina locations, not regular Taco Bells. So if your city doesn't have a Taco Bell Cantina, baby, they ain't coming.
So
I know so far Chicago is doing one. Las Vegas is where they're kicking it off the tour.
And you're just an advertisement. You're not booked for the
Well, I might be coming to a couple of the shows.
Oh,
But we
there's a
can't
Taco Bell
save-
Cantina in Newport Beach.
I think they're skipping that one on the trip. Go for the bigger cities. What are the bigger
Los
cities?
Angeles. Is there one?
We
in
don't
Los
have
Angeles?
one. No.
Well, so that's why I'm saying Newport Beach is the closest to Los Angeles. San
And
Francisco.
the Las Vegas.
And Las Vegas.
And
All
Chicago.
right. Well, this was fun.
The Chicago
Um,
one is across the street from Berlin, I do believe. So,
oh my God.
and I do know one of the divas that's going to be in that one, and you were all going to be gagged.
Miss Toto. I was just talking about this morning. It's like the thing, I get so overwhelmed because I take what I do so seriously.
I
And
do
then
too, but
I
what I
need-
do is a joke.
Correct. We need to like stop and remind ourselves that it's like we are not building infrastructure with a new healthcare system. We are not doctors like working with cancer patients. What we do is important to the world.
No, it's
Entertainment is
not.
important to the world. No, it is. Entertainment is important to the world. People, I know for me, after I've had like a crazy stressful day, there's nothing better than like watching a YouTube video I've been looking forward to or streaming another episode of a TV show I like. And I know that with the podcast, with the entertainment we do out at the clubs and like whatever, we do offer that to people. So I understand the value, but we are not in life or death situations. We're not construction workers building homes so people can have a place to live. You know what I mean? Like, but it is crazy to me how seriously I take the work and how stressed I can get about the work. It's like if one of the drag queens I work with gets mad at me, I like need to
You
like
hang
talk
up
it
on
up.
me.
Well, I did hang up on
You hung up on me so quickly yesterday, and literally when it happened, I was shocked, and then I went, you know what? And I turned to Meg and I went, I respect that he did that.
Well,
And she was like, she literally, and she goes, yeah, you were heated. And she was like, yeah, she was just like, you were heated. And I was like, yeah. And I deserved it. And she was like, yeah.
well, the reason I wouldn't do that with everyone, but the reason I did that is I knew that you would go like, oh, okay. Like you would be like, I see you.
Yeah, I immediately was like, that's what I deserve. I didn't get mad. I was like, I was being a cunt on the phone and you called me out on it and then you hung up. You saved yourself. Sorry, continue. But what we do is not important. I don't think that this is that important.
I would argue that people listening would say, well, correct. It's not important, but it is a cherry on top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is helpful. It is enjoyable. People consume what we make in the same way. Like, you have things that you like to do. I'm trying to check myself more often and
Before
be like,
you wreck yourself.
truly, literally, hello, 100% right. Like, I am just trying to be like, yo, you can take what you do seriously and you can work hard, but you don't need to like hurt your body. You don't need to like drive yourself crazy, and you don't need to like spiral into a manic like panic attack about some gay shit. Do you like gay shit?
About the placement of a rhinestone.
Honey.
It's something as little as that.
But you have $10,000 on the line.
I do. Also, I don't often let other people dress me, make stuff for me without me being a part of every part of it.
Right, but the pageant is like a huge ask.
It's
like,
such a huge thing. Package. It's literally 2 weeks away. I have somebody making something for me. The thing is about organizing things is that I don't know how you do it. I don't know how my boyfriend does it. I don't know how people that are in positions like that, because I'm used to just working for myself when I want, however I want, and however it gets done is how it gets done. But like trying to organize people and everyone's canceling, things are being bought without my permission, or like things are being taken away from me without letting me know. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I had a production meeting last night with my friend Melissa, who's directing my next music video, which is happening 2 weeks after DragCon, and we're doing it as an experiment. I'm meeting with her 3 times and then showing up on the day.
No, I couldn't.
And this is the experiment. We're working on like, I trust her endlessly. She's choreographed for me. She's made amazing stuff. She just directed a fucking feature-length film with all of her friends. Like, she is so brilliant and talented. But I love collaborating, and I'm a control freak about it. So the experiment that we're doing is she and her team of people, she's like pitching me the concept, pitching me the shots, pitching me all of the information. I've approved it all. And that, oh my God, what are you doing to that computer? Are you jerking off?
Yeah, baby. This conversation is really getting me there.
But anyhow, we had this whole meeting, and like, I was just like, great, let's do it. Let's do it your way. I'll pay for it. I trust you. Let's go. And I'm trying to like give it over because I'm doing DragCon. I'm working the mom booth. I'm getting ready for DragCon. I've got to deal with all of the shit for DragCon. The moment it's over, I'm going to take a big long nap. And then like the following week, we're shooting a music video, and I'm basically going to show up to set and be like, oh, hello.
That's insane.
Do you want to be in the video? It has a roller skating component.
Yeah, I can roller skate.
Okay. Should we take a break?
Let's take a break.
You've moved on to something else. You're like doing a work job over there.
I'm responding to somebody who's asking me some very difficult questions.
Who's asking you if why you canceled their gig?
No, it's about listen. No, but
listen,
it's about a gig that I probably will cancel. Okay.
It's like, hey, I want to book you, but I know you canceled your UK trip, and then you just canceled this Columbus gig, and then tonight I was gonna come see you at Heart, but that got canceled. So like, are you still performing?
No. Archie, did you hear him?
I did.
Archie.
All right, let's take a break. We are back.
And we're back.
I think we have some voicemails to listen to.
We got some wonderful voicemails. Beautiful gowns. Beautiful
males. Beautiful males. Oh wait, should we read this sex party question first?
Yes, I feel like you might know more about that than I do.
Okay, this says I was supposed to send this for the Pinche episode, but anyway, here we go. I have heard both of you talk about going to sex parties and bathhouses, etc. many times, and as a 30-year-old slut, I've always been interested. My question is about being a chubbo. While I realize that not everyone at a sex party will want to fuck me, I feel the rejection I would get as a fat person would be way more intense at a normal sex party. So my question is, do you typically only attend sex parties that cater specifically to bigger people and the people that want to fuck them? Also, any tips for a first-time bathhouse sex party goer? Thanks for reading or possibly not reading, whatever, Mark. So I'm supposed to answer this, right?
Yes. Well, because I've never been to a sex. Well, I've been to a couple of sex parties, but they're like events. They're
Right.
not like.
So I would say maybe for your first time, go. I've talked about it before. There's a party in New York called the Bear Party, and so it definitely skews more towards bigger bodies. I'm sure you could attend. You could try to find a party or a group that is about like chubs and chasers. Maybe you could even look on an app like Gromer or like something like that. And or sorry, is it Gromer? We still.
I think it's.
I have.
I think it's. I say Gromer.
Right, and it's not Gromer, but it's Community.
Gromunity. Grommer. It's Grommer.
Sure. Maybe check out that or something like that. But basically, yes, if you can find a party that is more catered towards bears or chubs, do that.
Come on, Chubbo.
The flip side is I have seen every single body type be rejected at a sex party. Because it is not just your body type. It is your energy, the way your face looks, your dick, your butt. It could be anything that someone
Where your hole is. If
Right.
it's more of a silky where it's out.
Where it's out,
more
where you can see
protruded,
it, or if it's
or
hidden,
if
you
it's-
got to roll the cheek up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you won't know that it's a no until it's a no. And let me tell you, I think we talked about this last time on
Sometimes a no is a yes if you do it right.
No, meatball.
I'm just kidding.
We talked about this in the past about being honest with rejection and like learning to accept it. There was an incredibly handsome man at my birthday party who maybe you saw or maybe you didn't, who I had hooked up with in the past. And I went to his house to hook up with him. We hooked up. I was kind of exhausted, but he said, I'm ready. So I like wanted to go to his house. So we hooked up. It wasn't great. He kind of wanted me to fist him, but he wasn't able to take my hand. So I just like put toys in his butt and we like made out a little bit, but we didn't like fuck all the way. And so like I couldn't really tell if he only wanted me because he had like a fantasy of big hands in his ass or like if he wanted to actually hook up with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I saw him again at the birthday party, I texted him. He was there, you know, not for me. And I texted him and I was like, great to talk with you. We talked for like a second. And I was like, it was a lovely surprise. I find you incredibly handsome and sexy. And the offer always stands for us to hang out again. And he like thumbs upped it and said like, thanks, which to me is like a no, right?
Yeah.
Like that's, if he wanted to have sex again, he would have said, oh, so glad to hear it. Let's link up again when we're both free in a couple weeks or whatever like that. He didn't even give me the pleasantry of like, thanks, sounds good, I'll let you know. He just gave it a thumbs up, right?
Yikes.
But I appreciated that because now I'm not going to like send these like veiled messages waiting for him to like, because just because he was nice to me when I saw him again doesn't mean we're going to have sex again.
Absolutely.
So anyways, all I'm saying is don't be afraid to walk in the room, be naked, be in your body. And if you look at someone and give them a nod and they sort of shake their head or you reach out to touch them and they sort of put your hand away, it literally doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean you're unattractive. It doesn't mean you're ugly. It doesn't mean anything. It means that individual is uninterested in having sex with you in that moment.
In that one
moment.
That doesn't mean that they never want to have sex with you.
Correct. And this also, I will say, in a sex party environment, you walk into a room, there are 10 naked people, everyone's horny. You are immediately, as a human, are going to make your priority list.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, that one is the hottest to me. That guy is my number one. So you're going to go after him. So if your number 6 on the list, who you would absolutely have sex with, comes up to you, you're going to still be going for your number one until you get the no.
Yes.
So also, I just want to
But
reiterate,
sometimes you got to
in-
keep number 6 on the loop. You got to keep them invested.
you got to jiggle the balls and be like, yeah, give me a second. I'll be right back. I just got here.
Yeah,
Give me
it's
a
like,
moment.
I just got here. I want that. But I'm also, there's someone over there.
So just know it's in that moment. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
And on that, let's take a break.
No, we're in our 4th segment.
I have to pee really bad.
Okay, we'll go pee. It's not a real break. Let's listen to
some voicemails.
Okay.
Hey, Big Dipper and Meatball, former colleague here about the cruising etiquette. I just came back from a cruising experience right now. Something weird happened though. A huge group of guys are around each other. We're kind of like jerking each other off. And this guy comes over and he starts jerking me off. And I'm like, oh, yeah, like, you know, feels good. So, like, whatever. But then I decided to just move away because some other guy was giving me, like, eyes. And I realized that the guy that was jerking me off, I don't know, I think it was like leftover cum or pre-cum from someone else. I don't know. It was like all over my shirt, like my hand and like my pants. And I was like highly confused of like why it was like all over him like that. So yeah, but other than that, cruising's been great. Definitely know how to do it now. Thank you for the advice. Bye.
Girl, that's the cruise juice.
I just assumed it was like leftover, like probably a mix of spit, pre-cum, and lube.
Yeah. Also, not everybody.
Uh-oh.
What?
Don't say it. You said I. What are you gonna say about yourself?
No. I don't have this ability, but not everybody is like done right after they come. Like it could have been
like some
cum, and then he
people
was like, "I'm going again."
Yeah, but would you rub your cum on? I guess if it's on your hand, yeah. But
When
like, it
people
seems like he was using
love
that guy as a
cum.
towel. He was like, I don't want to get this on my clothes. What about this guy?
Possibly was. Wait, I'm scared to play this one.
Next call. What is
Hi,
it?
Flops. I just wanted to let you know that it's actually the Mandela effect, not the Mandela effect. It doesn't have anything to do with Nelson Mandela. There were a bunch of people that thought that Nelson Mandela was part of the Mandela effect because when he died, they thought that he was already dead. But it's called the Mandela effect because it's like when you look at a mandala and like every time you look at it, like you find different things because they're so intricate and there's so many different
Wait, stop!
designs.
Cut it off!
So it's like, oh,
No, this
I thought
guy
there was
is
a
wrong.
He's wrong!
But
You're
that's why it's called the effect. And
No.
it didn't have
No,
anything to do
it's
with Nelson.
Mandela effect. I just looked it up.
You're spreading fake news on this podcast. Well, we are because we played the voicemail. But you are strongly wrongly.
Wrong.
Yeah.
It's about Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s.
Uh-huh.
But he didn't. And he
Well.
was also freed from prison, I believe. Or maybe he wasn't, depending on your memory. We'll see. But hold. Did you hear that? What the
You have a
hell?
doorbell? You have a doorbell visitor?
Yeah, hold on.
One last voicemail, okay?
Why only one more?
Because we've been recording for an hour.
Let's give them two more.
Okay.
They deserve it.
All right. Oh, so you think what we do is important or not important?
No, it's not important, but we want to give the listeners something.
Bitch. Bitch. Tell me why I got new headphones and now I get your Dipper breathing all the episode. Like, what the fuck?
First of all,
It's not Dipper, it's me. First of all, whore. Whore. It's me, not Dipper. Second of all, you should be happy we have such nice mics.
That's right. We're giving you sound, honey.
Also, I think I sound breathier on my mic at home than I do at the mic at the studio.
Yeah, well, what's interesting about the positioning is at the studio they're a little below, so your breath can go away, but your voice can go down. But these mics aren't angled that way. They kind of have to be right in front of your face.
They have to be right in front of my face.
That's it.
And that's the trick that it takes to keep
Hey,
the pod.
hey, so you guys were talking about why people with keto have bad breath. The reason why is actually because that's how you lose fat or you're burning fat. It actually comes through as bad breath. Just thought I'd share some knowledge. Hope you all are having a great day. Goodbye.
Oh,
Do we believe?
I mean, I believe if you're burning fat,
I don't see anything online that says that. But yeah, I mean, just, okay. One more call.
Good evening, slops. Thought I'd call in with a bit of a messy sex story. I'm a little bit drunk, a little bit high. I'll try and be succinct. I've been chatting to a couple online some years ago. Things are going well. They said come visit
Wait a
sometime.
minute. I didn't
See you
send you
there.
this voicemail.
you did.
They'd like home-cooked lasagna and garlic bread, so they'd won me over already at that point, so kind of knew I was going to put out. And they said, oh, do you want a hot tub? You got a hot tub in the garden. So it's like, awesome, that'd be nice, relax, take in the stars. Get out there, realize quite quickly there's no stars to be taken in, because they got like a gazebo tent thing, like over the hot tub, for privacy. I kind of get it. But also this gazebo tent thing had windows, and they'd sellotape like trash bags over the windows, so ultimate privacy, also not a lot of natural light. Anywho, three large guys in a hot tub, things get steamy, hands start wandering, it's happening, I'm ready to go to town. One of the guys kind of hoists himself out the water a bit, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna blow him. So I'm kissing him, I'm kind of working the way down his body, and then I'm like, okay, I'll reach his dick, give it a bit of a tease, give it a bit of a lick, and it's like, something doesn't seem entirely right. I can't really see very well, but dimensions, logistics, something doesn't seem right, and then the guy kind of pushes me away. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, okay, I didn't know it was that bad. Turned out, wasn't his dick. Turned out he had a very prominent hernia coming out of his lower stomach, and I was just about to try and blow his hernia. Anyway, there you go. Enjoy. Goodbye.
I have to look up what a stomach hernia looks like.
You know some people who've got them. They look like a real intense Audi.
But this one seems like it was big enough that he was like able to grab it.
Well, sometimes they are. Look up umbilical hernia.
Oh. But he was saying this one was lower. Like he was like the placement was off, but he was like still digging around. So it might have been an inguinal hernia or a femoral hernia.
Oh,
both
yeah.
closer to the
inguinal.
genitalia.
Well, it's hard when you are in the dark, feeling your way around. That's why I don't like a dark room scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard when you're feeling your way around and trying to figure out, who's around you, what their body's like, what's going on. Those things get tricky.
It's tricky. Rock around to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. Well, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Sloppy Seconds.
I want to know
Big
if they
Dipper
ended up,
and
if
Meatball.
the guy was like, ew, don't suck on my hernia, here's my dick. It didn't like stop everything, right?
I hope it didn't.
Yeah, because you already put in the work of like going over there in the hot tub and the whole thing.
I hope it didn't. What would you do? You'd probably just be like, oh, let's pop that sucker back in and let me get that dick out.
I'm good at finding the dick. I don't know that I would suck on anybody's hernia. I think I'd find the dick. Give us the outro, meatballs.
Thank you so much for listening to Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball. I'm Meatball, and that's Big Dipper. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss an episode, which come out every Tuesday and Friday. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspot@gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't ever miss an episode, which come out every Tuesday and Friday. You can follow Big Dipper at Big Dipper Jelly everywhere. You can follow me on Instagram at Spiciest Meatball, on TikTok at Meatball the Drag Queen, and on Twitter at Fat Drag Meatball. Thank you so much for listening, and goodbye, faggots.